Bright colors, hidden pockets, and super puff. It's all good in this hood. Who's behind this stylish, dreamy clothing brand?
I'm Trimino. I'm 17 years old and I run Childlike.
In this episode of The Hustle, we'll see how Cameron developed a business strategy to take her concepts from the design stage through manufacturing. We'll also see how she built a marketing strategy around the core values of her brand.
I knew I had more than just a product. Childlike is not just about selling clothes, making money. It was about sharing a message that God put in my heart to share.
Faith is a big part of Cameron's life. So much so that she came up with an idea, a clothing line that speaks to Christian values.
Well, the idea behind Childlike first started a year and a half ago when God kind of took me on this journey of just explaining how important it is to keep your childlike characteristics as you go into adulthood. That childlike humility, that childlike curiosity, we lose that as we grow up.
Childlike is a high-quality brand, and all that quality comes from Cameron's core message. A childlike faith is stronger than it looks.
On the back of the hoodies, it says, "I am unashamed of my youth." And that was really important to me to put it in that way so that when people are reading it, even if they read it out loud, if they read it to themselves, they're basically speaking it over themselves. And whether they believe that or not, I believe in the tongue is life and death, and that saying it over yourself is super important.
Cameron's goal of sharing her message gives her brand and products a strong ethos, and customers can tell. Your brand ethos is your brand's core identity. It's the values, attitude, and vision that your products share with every impression. With her focus on detail, Cameron made sure that a childlike hoodie speaks for itself. And she even added a hidden Bible verse as an Easter egg to reinforce her message.
Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity.
Cameron wanted to create pieces that she and her friends would wear. With her finger on the pulse of teen fashion, she didn't have a hard time connecting with her target audience.
Well, it helps that I am my target audience, that I am a teen, and I do wear the clothes that I create. So I know what I like and I know what other teens my age like. I started by looking at other brands that I really enjoyed wearing myself, what would be the most comfortable, what would be the most stylish, and what would people my age want to buy.
To craft a hoodie she'd love to wear, Cameron went hands-on. And making a custom clothing line from scratch took a big investment.
The fact that I decided to not buy off-the-shelf clothing and then slap my logo on it definitely added to the cost. I decided to go, custom made with everything. I own every detail of the clothes. And so because of that, the process was longer and it was definitely more expensive.
Next, Cameron searched for the perfect material. Picking a fabric and buying the material in bulk started a process called procurement. Procurement is buying the goods or services that your business needs to function. To find the high-quality materials she needed, Cameron looked in person.
We went to the factory and we walked around, we touched all different types of materials, and we finally found one that we loved.
Working with her manufacturer, Cameron moved on to product design, the process of creating a successful product through research, testing, and collaboration. Can you run me through the creative process of how you got this into a finished product of what we see behind us?
Yeah, absolutely. This is my first original drawing of my design. Really rough, but it was just to show my vision. The next step in the process was choosing the exact colors. I was able to go through this Pantone book and look at all the different shades. The green and the blue that I chose were just so bold, so cool, so exciting, so playful. After I picked my material, I was able to get swatches and examples of the colors on the fabric, and I loved it.
In the fashion world, a concept might look great on paper or a laptop screen, but the only way to test the design is to create a sample to examine for design flaws or find areas that need adjusting.
Actually, Aldo, I wanted to ask you if you noticed anything different about this hoodie.
Well, I've never seen a hoodie with 2 sets of pockets on them.
So I had an idea originally to add hidden pockets on the side, but I didn't know how it would end up looking, so we ended up adding the original, traditional front pocket to see what both would look like.
The hood, I'm noticing, looks a little bit smaller.
Yes, it definitely is. So what we did was we only made the hood size 2 times bigger without actually changing the sweatshirt size, and that gave so much more room and made it so much more comfortable.
With the silhouette redesigned to have hidden pockets and a comfier hood size, Cameron moved on to color choice and graphic design.
The next process was to screen print my design onto the actual hoodies. And after they do that, they put it through this machine that actually adds the puff print on top of it. I remember telling them that I wanted it puffy, and they showed me what level 1 of puff print would look like, and I said, no, we got to make it even puffier than that.
You gotta stand out somehow.
Yeah, we did.
You said the manufacturer said that you had the most puff out of any product he's ever worked with.
Yep, we call it the super puff.
Product design takes time and communication. As you can see, Cameron couldn't do it alone. She could have moved mass production of her line overseas, but that would betray her values and her company ethos. I know you pay a premium for that and not shipping it overseas like so many businesses do, but it seems like it's paid off for you.
Yes, it really has. Everything was made locally so I could stay on top of the quality control and be involved in every part of the process.
She was able to work closely with the manufacturer to make sure Childlike's first product came out to her exact specifications. Walk me through this design and everything you changed from the sample to this finished product.
The color is much different, much more vibrant. As you can tell, the hoodie is much bigger, and of course the puffy print. This time the hoodie does not have a front pocket, and instead it just has the side pockets that are hidden right here. You can see the customized tag on the side.
You don't find hidden pockets and colorful stitching on most sweatshirts. Adding creative touches to a deluxe product means a lot more work, but Cameron didn't break a sweat. Turning her brand and message into a finished product made all the difference.
We're about halfway through our initial order of 400 units, and we're currently using the money we've made from that to go into future launches that will hopefully be on the site later this year, as well as start paying back the initial costs of the business. Up front, the total cost for the bulk order was about $10,000.
That's a pretty penny.
Yeah, it was. Definitely a bit intimidating, but we knew we had a good product on our hands and we were going to be proud of it, so we were just hoping that people would love it the same and we'd be able to get our money back.
Cameron keeps her brand's message front and center. Excellent products draw people in, and that's an organic way to share your brand ethos. Her online store is clean, classy, and completely on point. For its bold message, Childlike is already winning followers online.
I've always known I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I chose from a young age to not go to college, and I have decided now that I want to pursue my business full time, and hopefully my business will grow to a level that it will start funding other ventures I have in the future.
So what did we learn from Cameron today? Making a top-notch product starts with procurement, wisely purchasing the resources you need to get going. Those resources are put to use through product design, sampling, testing, and working closely with manufacturers to build your product. Product design is an ongoing process, and from start to finish, your brand ethos, that's your values, attitude, and message, should tie everything together. If that sounds like a lot, don't sweat it. Imitate Cameron and think about what you really want to share with people. Getting the details right and making a product that stands out from the crowd is a sure way to get that message across with style. Cameron, thank you so much for showing us your business today and teaching us all about what it takes to be an entrepreneur. I think you really embody the spirit of The Hustle.
Thank you for having me.
And if you're a young entrepreneur at home and want to be featured on The Hustle, be sure to let us know about your business, and maybe next time I'll be interviewing you. See you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching The Hustle. To make sure you don't miss out on any more videos like this, please subscribe at PragerU.com today. And if you want to learn more about business, visit PragerUkids.com to download worksheets, lesson plans, and more.